home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Cajun Country in Lafayette, Louisiana, home to the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the UL Monroe Warhawks, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Warhawks will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Louisiana Raging Cajuns offense will go to work first. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games, the team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So I think that this is something that who can focus, who can stay disciplined, who can stay tough and block out all the noise.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. To the air. It's Maddox. That's caught. It's Orlando. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Raging Cajuns will line it up on 1st and 10. Off the RPO, complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. All right, guys, let's talk Raging Cajuns. For programs at this level, they are regularly fighting off the big school for diamonds in the rough, but it looks as if they won this battle with a commitment from a 3-star receiver, Jesse.
He just thought he had better opportunities on and off the field here at this program. He's going to get a lot of chances to make plays early. With his talent, expect him to start right away, and if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to be trying to find ways to get this 3-star the ball.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
He gets a block. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. So the UL Monroe Warhawks offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
From the gun, the ground game. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. Jackson will throw. Puts it out of the air. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
They'll run the screen. Touchdown, UL Monroe! A great catch and run for 6.
Man, it's so nice to have guys out wide that you just trust that you can feed the football, and this guy will do the rest, will cross that goal line, will take care of you, will make you look like a genius. That's that kind of guy right there.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking downfield on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. At the 35, he's got room. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. And the Raging Cajuns in the hurry-up.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
The Raging Cajuns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Raging Cajuns line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Anytime a blitz gets home that fast, I'm going to call it a lot, okay? I'm going to use this one time and time again until they find some answers to how we got that linebacker to the quarterback that fast.
Gets it to him on the screen. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Raging Cajuns had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. After the flag, distance for a 1st down cut in half. They can really get aggressive on 1st and 5. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Catch in the middle, it's Rogers. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. And the Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. With the run on 1st and goal.
But how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Dropping back, it's Maddox. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Cajuns! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacked on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Memphis needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Bluff City behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Army. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. We're off to a fast start here. Offenses are humming as we're in the final minute of the 1st quarter. Makes the grab down the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Jackson gonna throw it. Bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Warhawks will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the 1st. After that tight 1st quarter, this 2nd period ought to be a lot of fun. Wants to go up top. It's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. The Raging Cajuns will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Warhawks! Stealing a score on special teams. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did its job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Quickly to the tight end. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Raging Cajuns have pushed it inside the 20. Looking for a man. It's Maddox. Safe completion on the screen. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
And man, this quarterback is on fire this drive. They've run 5 plays offensively. He's thrown it all 5 times. He's 5 for 5, and now he has him down here on the goal line. Why not go 6 for 6 with a tutty?
Got it in the middle. It's Yates. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Zings it complete to the right. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And that is how you get it done. 3rd down, it's the money down, right? We got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on 3rd down?
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt.
Oh, he's got some space. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Jackson will throw. Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Warhawks getting set on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Quickly out to the tight end. Oh, better check some ankles. He makes a move and gets down to the 24.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you gotta have balance. You can't always throw for it on third down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
Here's the pressure. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Fires to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
After a drive this long, a field goal will be demoralizing at this point. It's 3rd and goal. Touchdown, UL Monroe! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Memphis is just getting blown off the field right now, and like 'em or hate 'em, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 21 to Army. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Maddox. He's got him. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. Let's take a second to talk about the raging cages. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a 3-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this 3-star offensive lineman who is very highly recruited, that was a massive win for this head coach.
UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds a tight end. Can't get him to the ground. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
To the air on first down. The screen, he's got wheels. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Jackson gonna throw it. It's complete to the right. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
And the Warhawks have it with a 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, that looked like he was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught.
I think sometimes offensively, you've got to have a bit more awareness of where you are in the field. You've got to feel yourself getting close to the boundary, and you've got to settle down. That guy looked like he was a little bit out of control, and as a result, that throw took him out of bounds for no gain.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Maddox. Makes the grab over the middle. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Gets it out quickly. Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Raging Cajuns will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to him on the ground. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Now on 3rd down after that run. Jackson will throw. Got his man. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Warhawks are moving quickly down the field.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it.
There he goes.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And the Warhawks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The offense changing the play. Toss to the left. Finding an escape route. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
To the ground with the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground. In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Warhawks! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game.
Turning it on! Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
And the Raging Cajuns will have it 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. The Raging Cajuns want to move quickly.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Breaks the tackle. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And the Raging Cajuns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Maddox. Moves away as he feels pressure. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The Raging Cajuns didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Orlando. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns! Great job by the back on the option. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
but that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Kentucky has the lead right now. Feels like it's been this way since the players took the pregame catwalk, but this has been a very close game. They're up by just one over Tennessee. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Jackson gonna throw it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Warhawks will call on their punt team. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Orlando. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
From the gun, give on the inside. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Louisiana Monroe has the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to throw, it's Maddox. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab, it's Rodgers. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. And the Raging Cajuns come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. Dumps it off in the flats. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll try to get it through the air. unleashes to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Okay, so I thought they might go for it here. Instead, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's made one already, and this one ought to be cake from 21 yards out. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. It's our forced to settle for the field goal. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Monroe has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Fires to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. The give on the inside. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Makes the grab. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Now on second down, they want to keep moving forward and keep that clock churning. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And that's a gift, right? Like, he was pretty dang open, and that drag route came open, and he had a chance to catch that, chew up some yards, but the defense will take it. And I tell you what, when you go over the middle, man, you got to have some courage, and I don't know if he felt some pressure and some bodies around him, but that was a clear drop.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Off the play fake. Works the middle of the field. There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be fourth down from the 23. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Back to pass, it's Maddox. Working that left side now. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
The Raging Cajuns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Rodgers. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Rodgers. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Raging Cajuns look to keep this drive humming. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking for a man. It's Maddox. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Raging Cajuns headed quickly to the line. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Trying to make magic with his feet. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll run it from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Got a man. It's Evans. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Jackson will throw. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. And the Warhawks will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin them deep. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Got his man on the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Rodgers. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Back to pass. Got his man. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. To the air, it's Maddox. They're working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Now from inside the red zone. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They just keep firing. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And the extra point was good. Time is of the essence, just under a minute to go as they line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Hand off from the shotgun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Right back to the well. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.